Let's talk about the many saints of Newark. Dicky Moltisanti, Chris Moltisanti's father, is a mafia member. And this story, really, to me, could have been done better, but we're going to get right into it. If you have never seen it, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, but it really starts off just like this. Like I said, if you've seen it, it's going to be spoilers, so you might want to click off. But the dude goes and picks up his father from the train station. His father just comes back from Italy. He got him a young, nice little piece of Italian ass. He got him, he gonna marry her, this, that, and the third. And from the beginning, Shorty and him start kind of clicking. She looking at him, he looking at her, but he's like, wait a minute, you're my father's wife, this, that, and the third. I can't fuck with you. They all living in the same household. Daddy start beating on his wife. Dickie don't like it. He's kind of a simp. He has simpish ways, but he's with the shit too. So he confronts his father about beating up on his new wife because apparently he did this shit to his mother too. So they start to arguing in the car. He hits the nigga, knocks him out, kills him, has to get rid of the body. Now he just killed his own father. Now, on some old Scarface shit, you're coming with me now. You're my gumar. You're my girlfriend. He got a wife, but now you are my girlfriend. And she's all with it. She don't speak no English. He's, tricking off, buying her stuff, trying to get her own stuff. At the same time, he has a black guy who is running numbers for him, and he's making him a lot of money, but he's also playing him at the same time and saying little slick shit to the side. And the black dude is like, yo, you know what? I'm doing what I gotta do to make money, but at the end of the day, I'm still this dude's bitch. She goes to the social clubs, drops off money. The crew, the younger version of the crew that's in the Sopranos, Tony, Pussy, Sylv, they're all, making racial jokes and just being real disrespectful, this, that, and the third, making sure that he knows his place as the help. And the black dude is like, he's thinking like, yo, I got to do what I got to do, man. But some shit transpires, just like in any movie. He kills somebody. He has to go away for a quick minute. Now you have young Tony Soprano, who is played by Michael Gandolfini, who is the dude who plays the original Tony Soprano's father. You got two versions of him. You have a real younger version where he's probably about 8 or 9 years old, and then you have the teenage version, the one you see in the commercial. I felt like the commercial and all of the hype around it was kind of catfishy and kind of clickbaity because he wasn't really in the movie that long. The younger version had a better character creation in the movie than the older version did. Another caveat or another warning, okay, Dicky Moltisanti kills his father. And after he kills his father, he goes to see his uncle, who is his father's twin, who's played by Ray Liotta. They both play like Ray Liotta. And it just seemed like this character had no real relevance in the movie. I don't know if they were trying to mirror what Tony Soprano was doing in the TV show as far as going to see a therapist, because Dickie would go to see his uncle and ask for advice and just needed somebody to talk to. Like, this dude had daddy issues. He had daddy issues, but he was making a lot of money. You got the retro version of Paulie and Pussy and all of this stuff and Sylv, but what boggled me was, in the TV show, you really don't know how old everybody is, but from the movie, Sylv, well, we already know Paulie was older, but Sylv and Pussy were way older than Tony. So what makes me ponder is like, wait a minute, what transpired that these dudes would let this young dude lead them? Like, these dudes are in the mafia. They're already in the mob. The teenage Tony Soprano, this dude is uh in high school. He's not with the shit. He's not, he's not doing any mafia type shit. He has bad traits. He, like any other teenager his age. They, doing goofy shit, hijacking the Mr. Softy truck and, acting like you tough, but they weren't really doing no gangster shit. So what winds up happening is uh Dickie is making a lot of money. Then Tony Soprano's father comes home. He was in jail. So you got Tony Soprano, you got Junior Soprano, a young Junior Soprano. I felt that they could have built a better story around those two. And you see Tony Soprano's mother. I forgot all of these people's names, but the dude that played Tony Soprano's father is the dude that played Punisher and the guy that was in The Wolf of Wall Street. And the mother, I don't know her name, but she's in all of those scary movies. There's a whole bunch of them. I forgot what the name of it, but you'll see her. And to me, they're like the most, besides Ray Liotta, they're like the most seasoned veteran actors, because them two on camera, they meshed real good. But again, they could have did a better, gave them a better storyline, gave them better character creations, because we don't know them. They tried to give Tony Soprano, young Tony Soprano, and his mother some sort of, my life would have been different if I would have got more love from my mother, and she was on medication because she was an asshole, and they wanted her to take medication so she could calm down, but she don't wind up taking it, and he winds up moving to the dark side. But back to the black dude that was working for Dickie. This was some dope shit that I seen, well, that I've never seen in any mafia type show, where he didn't go out like a punk. He winds up coming back from wherever he was at because he killed somebody. And he was like, yo, I'm tired of being this dude's boy, and I'm a man. And a lot of black dudes in general should look at that and do the same thing. I'm not talking about killing anybody, but just taking responsibility for their own self. So what he winds up doing is taking over Dickie's number route, literally killed the guy that was running numbers for him, took over the spot, and went to war with the Italians. At the same time, on the low, he was fucking Dickie's side bitch, his father's his kumar. And that shit was like, whoa, what the fuck? Because they was saying some real slick racist shit throughout the whole movie. When Tony's father came back from jail and he's riding to his house, he's upset because black people moved in the neighborhood. Just some real shit to trigger people's emotions, especially in the day and age we living in now, with cops literally killing people on camera. And they had a scene like that where the cop beat up somebody and people started rioting in Jersey, this, that, and the third. So that was some dope shit. But what was even doper than that was the standoff that they had. It was a standoff that I would compare to, it should go down in it should go down top 10 of one of the best gangster shootouts in a mafia type movie or a gangster movie. These dudes literally had a shootout in the street. Wasn't no semi-automatic weapons and no Uzis and no shit like that. Mind you, it's the 70s and the 60s. These dudes had handguns, shotguns, and they was going for broke. Dudes was hiding behind cars. People was getting hit. Dickie ran and got him a little double barrel. He shot it through the daggone wall. He shot it through the door. It's a big hole. Black dude walked by like a gangster. Like, this is what I'm doing now. This is me. To be honest, I feel that the movie should have been a small miniseries, a TV show. If they're going to do movies like that, you just can't have it where you give us this and that's it. We need more character creation to see what really happens, or see Tony's transition from becoming a teenager into a young man, into becoming into the life of crime. I also seen something that I didn't really see in the TV show. They started making references to real mafia dudes. They were talking about real mafia hitmen. They even had a person that was playing Frank Lucas. He was back in the black dude's money, because the guy was he had a numbers operation. So I was like, that's really, they really didn't do that in the Sopranos TV show. And they were talking about the Genovese and all type of, real mafia families. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of, we know the Sopranos was based off of probably a mafia crew, and certain things were taken out from stories of other people, but they were literally taking content and context from real life stuff. So I was like, well, damn, they trying hard with this. They trying hard with this. But pretty much it was a dope film. I give it about a 7.5 out of 10. I would watch it again, but we need more. And the black dude who took Dickie Moltisanti to war and fucked his bitch, he should have his own TV show or a mini series, because that shit would be dope too, because he was on some real gangster shit, because they was trying to play him. And, in these mafia movies, they always try to play black people. Remember in Goodfellas, Samuel L. Jackson, they shot him. I thought you'd be with one of your bitches. They took the guy's truck. White dudes took the guy's truck, the Italians, and he comes back into the diner and say, 2 niggas stole my truck. Ray Liotta, who's in this movie, who was in Goodfellas, told his wife, or, the wife in the movie, who go to jail? Nigga stick-up men who fall asleep behind the wheel. This is what they've been doing to us for years. Even in The Godfather, sell the drugs sell the drugs to the coloreds. They're doomed for darkness anyway. So to see people that look like me in a different light, I felt cool about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't stereotype us like we the bottom feeders and all of that, because these dudes was making, in real life, the mafia was making a lot of money in black areas with numbers and booze and drugs. But I digress to get off the black power shit. But the shit was a dope ass movie. Should have been a 2 or 3-parter. I hope they come out with more. They can't do it like that. We need more. It was dope. We need to have maybe a continuation, another movie named something else, but we need to get to the progression at least through the daggone 80s going into the 90s. Come on. A little something. We never really got, like I said, we never really got to hear about Tony Soprano's father. Junior Soprano, he was in there. He was a hater. But that's it. We don't really see nothing past that. It was like they could have had a bigger story, a better story, stretched it out, but it looked like they went for a cash grab. Like I said, they had Michael Gandolfini, who his father, what is it, James Gandolfini, whatever his name is, his father was the one who played Tony Soprano, but it was like they put his face in there for shock value, to get you to see, okay, this dude's father played Tony Soprano. Now he is playing a younger Tony Soprano. But they had the younger version of Tony Soprano with more screen time and kind of a better role that made sense. But I digress. Hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think about the Many Saints of Newark. And we'll holler at y'all later. Peace.